Episodes 73, 74, and 75 are focused around Gohan, which means that Dragon Ball Super is building up Gohan to be a major character in the next arc of Dragon Ball Super, the Multiverse Tournament, also known as the Universe Survival Arc. Now, this episode 73, had a lot of Easter eggs that you guys may have missed. So, I'm gonna be doing an in-depth analysis and breakdown of episode 73. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the community. And if you're already part of the community as a subscriber, then I wanna hear your theories for the next episode, episode 74. Let's begin with the opening images.
Be the first to learn about breaking news, anime leaks, fan dubs, and in-depth analysis videos. Subscribe to Anime Live Reactions and enable notifications. Hashtag Notification Squad.
Now that is Watawash, and Watawash is actually a pun on Watawashi, which means cotton candy. And I want to give a shout out to Herms98 on Twitter because he's gonna be doing more puns and pointing a few more things throughout the episode. But let's continue. So I found it funny that there's a ramen stand in the middle of space, like just randomly. Now this is likely on a moon and not necessarily on a planet, but let's continue because I found it hilarious that they then juxtapose this with old technology. So you have new technology, advanced technology being juxtaposed with old technology. Now this character, I found him interesting. First of all, Jaco calls him Pops. So there could be two things. Number one, this could be the father of Jaco. But number two, it's also common in Japan for younger people to call grandparents or older people pops. Not necessarily because they are related. But what I also found interesting is that this character looks very similar to the Galactic King. So I don't know whether they're related in some way, whether the Galactic King is the father and this is the son, or we really don't know. But if these two characters are related, then it makes sense why the Galactic King is very close to Jaco opposed to the other patrolman. I just found that very, very interesting. Now, Gohan is using a laptop from Mr. Satan. So Mr. Satan apparently owns a laptop manufacturing company. You guys let me know which one you think Mr. Satan would own. Apple? Or Dell or something. Let me know in the comments below. HP, whatever. Anyways, so right here there is the movie, The Great Saiyaman versus Mr. Satan. And no, this is not making fun or being related to Superman versus Batman, because that is here in the United States, not as popular in Japan. So that's not what's happening here. But I do want to point out that Gohan and Videl are surprised that they're making a movie on the Great Saiyaman, but actually that's not the first time that we've seen this. As you can see from the pictures right there, Dragon Ball Z episode 205, they were actually directing a movie about the Great Saiyaman. Now that character, even though he looks like, I know who you guys are thinking, he looks like the Commander Red, but that's not actually who he is, because the Commander Red has actually been dead already, but it does look very similar. But anyways, let's continue back to the episode. This is Barry Khan, and Barry Khan is probably a pun on electric hair clippers. Now this is also not the first time that we've seen Barry Khan. We saw him in Dragon Ball Z, on a magazine, and also Majin Buu was impersonating as him. So we've seen that before. Let's continue. Now, this girl, her name is Coco Amaguri, and she is a popular idol. And yes, there are very popular idols in Japan. They even have a popular idol that's not even human. That's just like a robot or a hologram. But anyways, that's a story for another day. Now, Coco Amaguri basically means sweet chestnut. Ama equals sweet and Kuri equals chestnut, just like Kuririn, as you guys may know him as Krillin. But anyways, let's continue, because right here, Mr. Satan reveals that this is his major acting debut, or debut, whatever you want to say it. And I just found that interesting because it seems like Mr. Satan has already been an actor in my eyes throughout this whole time. So it just makes sense that he is now applying his fake acting skills of being a superhero to the big screen. Now, Hata Bros Studio is probably a reference to Warner Bros Studio, and the reason why I would say that it's Warner Bros is because Warner Bros actually has a studio in Japan for anime. They actually produce anime themselves, and I just want to give you guys a hint. If you are a YouTuber and you want to do videos on any anime that's being produced by Warner Bros Studio in Japan, be very, very careful. They are very, very tough on copyright, and they will give you a copyright strike if you use their anime, so just be very, very careful about that. Now, the Great Saiyaman is only a minor hero, it is revealed here, and unfortunately I was mistaken because I actually predicted that, and I said that he was basically like a big superhero, so I want to just admit that I made a mistake, but let's continue. Now, this guy, he is given demands, and some of you may find it weird that an actor is telling the assistant director what to do, but this sometimes happens in movies when the actor is also paying for the bills, being the producer. So in this case, it is very possible that Barry Karen is actually one of the producers, and that is why he wants things done his way. Now, this character, the director, is probably making fun of George Lucas. Okay, it looks very similar to him, so I just wanted to point that out. I'm sure a lot of you guys noticed that. But also, Gohan is that he still has his assistant job with the professor that you guys saw him for many episodes ago, so when they were having dinner together with Videl. So it's gonna be interesting what he has to tell him when he goes to the multiverse tournament. Professor, I'm gonna go save the world, so I'm gonna have to take a little break. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I found that interesting. But right here, the fact that Videl finds him cooler, or much cooler than Barry Khan, it's two things. Number one, Videl has always felt this way. She always felt this way about Gohan. But two, the ladies in Japan are very loyal. They're known for being loyal wives, so don't expect them to be cheating like some people may do here in America. But let's continue. Now, this scene 26 cut. This could be cut 10 or cut 19. We don't know which cut, but basically it's showing us that the stunt double has already done a few cuts. So I just found it interesting that he was very surprised that we're gonna do something new, because they clearly have been doing multiple cuts from scene 26. And I want you guys to tweet at me at Honest Anime on Twitter. All right, I want you guys to send me a tweet with your best Great Saiyaman posts, and I may feature you in one of my upcoming videos. Again, send me a tweet on Twitter at Honest Anime with you posting as the Great Saiyaman. You don't have to be dressed in the outfit, but just doing the post. But let's continue. On the top left of the script, it actually says Gohan's name, and it is right there handwritten. And shout out again to Herms for pointing this out. I just found that really funny. Now, this could just be particular to his, this could be specific to his particular script, and that is why it has his name on it. Don't think anything big on it. Now, these two characters, they actually made a cameo in one of the openings from Dragon Ball Z, and also in the manga. So that's not the first time that we've seen them, but I just, well, I'll get back to them in a second. Now, right behind Krillin, you see this lady right here, and I actually have a theory on this, okay? This could potentially, and don't quote me on this because I could be wrong, this could potentially be the mother of Amaguri, all right, or the Coco girl, whatever you want to call her. That could be her mother. And maybe Mr. Satan has some sort of relationship with her, and that's why this little young girl is actually the daughter. Now, again, don't quote me on this. I'm just giving you a theory because I don't know the relationship that this girl has with Mr. Satan, but I just found that interesting because this is actually inside the bank of Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan owns this bank. It is his bank. I just want to clarify that. Very funny. Alright, so let's continue. So these two characters, the bad guys, apparently they were seen in Dragon Ball Z. Now, I don't remember this scene, so let me know what episode this is from because I don't quite remember. This is the first time that I've seen them call Bulma Dr. Bulma. I found that interesting. Anyways, let's move on. Now, again, this girl looks like she would be the daughter of the girl from the poster inside the bank, and it is very obvious from this shot. But you guys let me know if you think my theory is gonna be correct or not. Now let's continue, because right here there is a pretty much a juxtapose between Jaco, who is almost like a real life superhero, and the great Saiyaman, who is a minor superhero, almost like a fake superhero. So I just found that hilarious, and also Jaco being the true superhero, doing his own pose, the pose of Jaco. I love how superheroes for some reason like to do poses. Jaco, the great Saiyaman, Mr. Hercule, they all have their little pose. And that basically wraps up the episode of episode 73. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think are your major theories for episode 74, and if there were any Easter eggs that I missed from episode 73. In the meantime, I want you guys to check out this anime called Jojo Senki. It's amazing, it's incredible. You guys should check out that video. It's an amazing anime. And I also want you guys to watch my video, Will the Grand Priest Train Goku? Find out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.